We have two strategies here for merging of cabinets, which is combining cabinets together. Um, Now, we have this cabinet, 1 and 1, that we're going to show how to make this section right here. And we're going to show you that when we're done, they're locked. And we're going to show you here that this strategy has two partitions merged, whereas this strategy has a single partition. Both have advantages and disadvantages. Okay, so to begin with, the easier way is with two separate partitions. The reason it's easier is that you hardly have to do anything except just join the two cabinets together side by side so they're touching. Okay, you start with that. The cabinets have to be the same height and they have to be the same depth. And beyond that, what we're going to do is get rid of this front top stretcher and this back one. The back and the bottom are all going to go, and then we're going to extend these from the left hand side over. So all you do here now is you pick both cabinets together and then you click on the merge. You could merge more than two cabinets if you want. There really isn't a limit except for the length of material you can purchase. That's about it. So here I'll click this, and now you can see that this stretcher has moved across, the back one's moved across, the sides have dropped. In the back, instead of the sides coming all the way through to the front, the sides are now to the inside of the back panel, and also the bottom is merged. Okay, secondly, we've got a situation here where we want to have a single panel. So what we have to do there is a little more complicated. And what we do here first of all is we're going to have to adjust the left gap of the left, or the right gap of the left cabinet, sorry. And that you adjust that by half the thickness of the side. The side happens to be 18 millimeters, so we set it up to 9. Okay, that moves just the fronts of the drawers over. We've got to do the same thing for the other one. So we're going to deal with the left gap on the right cabinet. Okay, now instead of having these side by side, we're going to overlap them. And that's really it. We pick both cabinets, click on the merge, and you end up with a single panel in the middle. Now, the advantage of the first way, there are a number of advantages, is that the overall width that the cabinets take up remains the same. It doesn't adjust. Number two is that if you're using CNC equipment, you only have to worry about drilling holes on one side of each panel, and you don't really treat these panels much differently. Okay, and thirdly is that the drawers and the doors, the hinging and everything else remains exactly the same as it would if they're separate cabinets. The drawer box is centered in all cases side by side to the drawer front. In this scenario, number two, the only advantage is that you use a little bit less material, reducing the weight a little bit, but you complicate matters by having to do the machining on both sides of a single panel. You also have to treat each drawer separately and differently. So the overhang of the drawer is different on the right side to the left side. So you have to be cognizant of that, otherwise you mess up. The same thing goes with your doors, your hinging. If the hinging is on the center partition, which it can be, then you'll have to be using cranked hinges or mounting plates that are quite a bit thicker. But that's really it. You also have to consider the thickness of a case side when you look at the overall length or width of the cabinet. So this cabinet here is 1082 because we've lost 18 millimeters, whereas this one here should be 1100, which is the same as it was to begin with. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.